Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Right now, News 9 at 6, the Court of Criminal Appeals expected to make news today in the case of Oklahoma death row inmate Richard Glossop, where the long litigated ordeal stands this morning. Plus this.
To your knowledge, was there ever any misuse of public dollars?
No, not a single cent.
Western Heights, now former board president who stepped down this week, his district taken over by the state, is now defending his tenure. The action education officials could take today that could impact Western Heights students, it's ahead.
Oklahoma's come out pretty well. You all don't need to feel sorry for Oklahoma. I'll take care of that.
Oklahoma's longest serving U.S. senator saying farewell to the Capitol. Jim Inhofe on the Senate floor, you'll hear in just a moment. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for choosing News 9 on our Thursday morning. I'm Robin Marsh.
I'm Lacey Lowry. It's chilly this morning. Let's get over to Jed Castles. How are we looking today?
Gonna keep going. We'll try to recover a little bit today, but another big cold blast arrives tomorrow.
Yeah.
This will be kind of
Pulls it out from under us,
yeah,
right?
This will be the exclamation point to this really cold blast since last Friday. So prepare for a big change again. Here we go.
Goodness.
Let's check out those graphics as we go from 55 for high today, which is going to be the warmest since last Thursday. But here we go. Another big cold blast. That's not the low tomorrow morning. That's the high tomorrow morning, and there might even be a few passing flurries or patches of light snow around. So another cold blast is on the way. Here's kind of the next 48 hours, kind of a snapshot here. Cold front will arrive late afternoon, early evening here in Oklahoma City. There comes that colder air kind of hanging around. Again, some patchy areas of light snow. Not out of the question as we go into tomorrow on into tomorrow evening. Again, this is not going to be a major issue. There's going to be a lot of wind whipping that snow around. It's going to be mainly light, dry snow. So I don't think we'll have any major problems, but we're watching that very closely going into tomorrow. Right now it's cold out there. 23 starting off. Wind chill at 15. Bundle up. Cold conditions starting off this morning. Again, some wind chills down in the teens and 20s right now as we go into this afternoon. Rebounding those highs up to near 55. So got to get into a little leaf raking. Good weather for that. Got a cold front all the way for tomorrow. Lacey has more on that coming up in just a little bit.
Jed, thank you. We just arrived at the scene of breaking news. Let us show it to you. This is a crash happening right now on Southeast 149th between Sunny Lane and Sooner in the Moore area.
One lane of traffic is affected. You can see that car on the right side of your screen there. We're told the driver hit a deer this morning. This is really just a good reminder. We've been talking about that this is deer mating season. So there are more deer on the roadway. Catch you off guard.
Let's get over to meteorologist Hannah Scholl. She's got this on the map for us. Hey, Hannah.
Yeah, this is affecting the eastbound lanes of Southeast 149th Street. Let's take a look now at the map since we already looked at this video there. So you can see it was red. It is now yellow. It's not completely blocking the eastbound lanes, but it is partially blocking them. So people are having to wait if someone is coming in the westbound lanes before they can go around the emergency crews there and the car as well. So that's just something to be aware of if you live in the Moore area. Also, this other accident, I-35 heading northbound. That's north of Guthrie. That is where the other accident that I've been following has been reported, but nothing major to talk about. And man, my graphics are flying everywhere this morning, but we have a lot of green everywhere else in the metro. Still not a whole lot to worry about as far as the morning rush goes. So that is good news for you. We do have some scheduled construction for later today. Northbound I-35 off ramp to Northwest 12th Street is closed through 10 p.m. Friday. That is in Moore. I'll have more updates on your commute coming up throughout the morning.
Hannah, thanks so much. Other headlines right now, we can tell you Oklahoma City police are investigating an overnight shooting that sent a pregnant woman to the hospital. Officers say the woman was in the home near Southwest 55th and Agnew. And on the scene, the people there told us the victim was hit in the leg and should be okay. At this point, no name has been released, no arrest that we know of. We're asking questions this morning. Keep it here on 9.
Also overnight, people in the area of Southwest 24th and Penn waking up to this. No water in their homes because it's all out on the street. It's a big water main break. Our photojournalist stumbled upon the issue earlier this morning. The utilities crew says the pipe broke because of old age, and they're trying to get things back online at Southwest 24th and Penn.
Other headlines this morning, the Court of Criminal Appeals expected to drop a ruling today in the long-running Richard Glossop case.
2 different juries have sentenced the Oklahoma death row inmate to death for plotting Barry Van Treese's murder. Now, Glossop's lawyers and the man himself have been fighting ever since, claiming Glossop's innocence. The court denied a request for a new evidence hearing in the case. Glossop's execution is set for February.
Meanwhile, the Corrections Department will execute Richard Fairchild this morning. He is on death row after he drunkenly killed his girlfriend's 3-year-old son back in 1993. He was sentenced to die. News 9's Reagan Ledbetter is in McAllister. He actually will be a media witness to the execution. We'll hear from him in our next half hour. Oklahoma City police say a man who stabbed himself following a foot chase Wednesday morning is now being cited with resisting arrest. Investigators say Ricardo Crutcher fled officers when refusing to leave a home near Northwest 28th and Penn. He was later found nearby bleeding from his neck. Here's his mugshot. Responding officers believe he was drunk during the ordeal. City police also giving us new information about Tuesday's officer-involved shooting. Investigators say yesterday Timothy Johnson was the man who shot at officers who were serving a warrant near Southeast 134th and Harrow Road. One of the officers okay after being hit by shrapnel. Johnson was later found dead. Police yet to say whether that was due to his own actions or if one of the 3 officers returned fire hitting the man.
A judge sentences an Oklahoma man to life in prison for killing Ada pastor David Evans. Prosecutors say Evans' wife, Christy, orchestrated the murder while Khalil Square carried out the killing. Christy Evans will also serve a life sentence. The now former president of the Western Heights School Board is defending his controversial tenure. Robert Everman's resignation this week comes as the State Board of Education is set to discuss the district during its meeting later today. News 9's Natalie Cruz is live with the latest on this ongoing story. Natalie?
Good morning. That's right. We've been following this story for a while now. Former board president Robert Everman, vice president, and a 3rd member stepped down on Tuesday, leaving the board unable to conduct any type of business like approving payroll or hiring new teachers. Now, the board has been under state control for more than a year after an auditor uncovered irregularities with the district's finances. But Everman, who hired now former superintendent Mannix Barnes, insists in an interview you'll only see here on 9 he did nothing wrong during his time leading the school board.
I have not done anything illegal, immoral, unethical, and I don't ever intend for my life to be that way. I feel every vote I have ever done was for the benefit of the kids.
And our Wednesday sit-down with Everman comes before today's State Board of Education meeting. Its members, along with State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister, are now looking to the community to step up and replace Everman, along with the 2 other board members.
We will look forward to new leaders that are stepping forward, that are being engaged, that are actually voting during local school board elections.
And Governor Kevin Stitt will decide who joins the school board since that's under state control. The school board meeting is set for today at 1 p.m. We'll keep you updated. In Southwest Oklahoma City, I'm Natalie Cruz for Oklahoma Zone News 9.
Natalie, thank you.
All right, from the Bob Mills Weather Center, before you go, you want to hear the changing temperatures again? Lacey, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Another great blue norther on the way to Oklahoma. That Arctic front arrives in the state today. It moves into the Panhandle at noon. Northwestern Oklahoma early afternoon. Oklahoma City between 6 and 7. And this evening down to the south and east. That's when your temperatures will drop. Now, ahead of that cold front, where most of us, that'll be much later. For Oklahoma City, it'll be after dark. So we're going to have sunshine today with temperatures warming into the 50s. Here's how we're shaping up across the country. A little snow with this storm system, and it'll bring a chance of snow to Oklahoma. Meanwhile, a storm to the south will try to push up some moisture, may even get some light snow in southern Oklahoma heading into tomorrow night out of that. So kind of both air masses colliding over Oklahoma, but not going to provide a whole lot of moisture. The biggest thing you're going to notice out of this is going to be the north wind that is going to be very strong and the very cold air it's bringing with it. So currently it's cold this morning, but the winds are light. So it's 25 in Stillwater, 27 in Ada, 31 in Clinton. Winds right now are out of the south and they're anywhere from calm to 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wind chill is a factor even with the lightest wind. So plan for the teens down to 15 degrees for a feel-like temperature in Oklahoma City. Through the day today, sunny skies, noon 50, 55 by 3. So for the kiddos, the big coat for sure. And then they really aren't going to need that big hefty coat by this afternoon because the winds will be out of the southwest at 5 to 10. North winds take hold this evening and that cold front plows through. Jed will talk about the record cold for your Friday. Also, a chance for a little light snow that's coming up.
Also coming up, Oklahoma City Mayor David Holt joining us live in the studio for our first morning show interview in our new home at 100 West Main. We'll talk to him right after the break. Stay with us.
Okay, good.
All right, time for the bus stop forecast. Let's get over to Jed. Jed, it's kind of chilly out there for the kiddos this morning.
It is a cold start this morning. We'll call it very cold. These temperatures have bottomed out now in the low 20s. So very cold morning here, waking up on your Wednesday. But it's going to be a nicer afternoon. Should be a milder afternoon as those temperatures rebound very quickly back up into the mid-50s today. So get those kiddos prepared for a very cold morning. Again, mild afternoon. I think they'll enjoy their afternoon weather as we'll have a few clouds build in here later today. Hey, we're tracking our next storm all the way out to Thanksgiving. Now, here in Oklahoma, big story early is the shot of colder air coming in. But let's head on down the road and head over into the Pacific watching a storm. This is just to the east of Japan right now. Japan is right there. There's Tokyo. You can see the storm system kind of rolling across the northern Pacific, kind of lumbering along. This is going to keep working its way eastward and eventually roll down our way. This could provide some rain chances as we go into the middle parts to latter parts of next week. So it's way out there. There's a lot of time for this thing to maneuver and change, and so we're going to watch it. But right now, as it looks, we've got some rain chances coming in to our forecast on Thanksgiving Day. 54, got a few rain chances there, and then we'll dry it out for Black Friday. And going into the Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend, we're going to see some milder air coming in. So some pretty decent weather for parts of your holiday weekend. Let's check out the weather right now. Cold out there. Again, like I said, 23 is the current temp. South winds at 7. Wind chill waking up this morning to 15. Grab that coat. Here in Action City, we've got a nice start this morning, but it is quite cold. Make sure you're bundled up and ready to go as those temperatures hover in the 20s right now. Once that sun comes up, we'll start to warm those temperatures up. 30 here by 8 o'clock this morning, 41 at 10, up near 50 by lunchtime today, and we'll be in the 50s going into the afternoon. Bright sun, southwest winds to west winds today. They'll run about 5 to 10 miles per hour. You see the rake, you see the leaves. Great weather for that right now if you've got that work to do. Today with those lighter winds and sunshine, we'll make that a pretty decent task here coming up today. All right, 20s around Oklahoma right now. Do have some teens up in northeast Oklahoma, even hovering around 30. You can see the winds. No real strong winds showing up over the state right now. The winds are pretty light as they run between calm to up to 10 miles per hour in the state. So not everybody reporting a wind chill, but you kind of can read between the lines. If the winds do pick up at all, your wind chills here this morning are going to be down in the teens to around 20 if you're not observing any wind right now. So just be prepared. It's a cold one out there early this morning. Upper air pattern. Here comes this cold front. This blows in this evening. It's going to come in around 6 o'clock for Oklahoma City, and that's going to push on through as that noses in. This is going to pull down some Arctic air that blows down, and that'll bring, again, a big shot of colder air into your Friday. We're talking cold highs, near record highs. That'll be on the coldest of the levels coming our way for tomorrow, and there might even be a little patchy snow around as well as the air kind of mixes in. Another front comes in on Saturday that kind of rolls across, and then expect to see a drier forecast much of next week. There'll be a storm to our south that'll move away from us, and then as we go toward next week, here comes the next storm kind of rolling down. That rolls in. Right now, most of the data has a lot of the rain off to the east, but that's not locked in, so we're going to continue to monitor this the next several days. You'll see it change on the board probably a little bit, but right now the rain chances are going to go up for Wednesday and Thursday. Before that scoots off to the east, all the snowy weather continues up over the Great Lakes. So here's your temps today. Really mild. Got plans to be outside, do the leaf raking. Good weather for that. 50s on the way, maybe near 60 in South Oklahoma. Cold front will approach Oklahoma City about 6 o'clock this evening, and the north winds blow. When those north winds blow, 20s tonight. Wind chills down in the teens, and expect to see a little patchy area of snow or two, some flurries around. That'll be possible as that colder air wrings out whatever available moisture is in the air, and so we have a chance of that. I don't think it's going to be all that heavy, but there might be some spots in the blue that may see up to half an inch of snowfall. Most locations will see a trace. That's where that snow kind of is wind driven and falls in the cracks, and that'll be about it. So cold temps on the way. Again, there's that cold front blowing in. There's that snow that'll be moving our way later this evening and bringing the flurries and light snow and cold temps on the way for tomorrow as that Arctic air sticks around for about a day. Cold start for your Saturday morning, but rebounding. Bedlam right now looks cold, but we'll see 50s much of next week as rain chances go up Wednesday into Thursday.
All right, Jen, thanks so much. Well, welcome back as we are so glad you're here with us on News 9 this morning. And joining us for our first in-studio chat for the morning show is Oklahoma City Mayor David Holt. Welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. Well, it is I who wish to extend the welcomes. That's why I came down here. I mean, don't get used to this.
I was thinking every Thursday morning. Okay, we'd like to talk with you.
No, this is special because obviously this is your first week in downtown Oklahoma City, and I wanted to be here to see it.
Come launch it.
This is great energy to downtown. We're really, really excited.
We're so excited to be here. Hey, you've been doing a lot of traveling lately here and then elsewhere. Talk to us about your visit recently to Duke University. What's going on there?
Yeah, I got a neat opportunity Monday to speak at Duke University, just as a politician doing stuff, I guess. You know, they have a great political science school there, and you know, what was probably the most fun part was there was a lot of Oklahomans who came out, and I don't guess I really have time for a national goodwill tour, but we are everywhere. We are everywhere, and I would love to do that and see what we're up to, but there were some great Oklahoma students who came out, and it was a fun experience and a beautiful campus.
You were at the White House as well, celebrating Native American Heritage Month. Boy, that's such a core staple for Oklahoma.
Well, yes, and I've been saying this a lot lately. With the construction of First Americans Museum and now the $400 million O'Connor Resort that's going to be built around it, you know, and with our history as a state, I just think that Oklahoma City can really position itself as a national capital, if not the national capital, for Native and Indigenous culture and history in our country. And so, yeah, no, I'm very conscious of that. And I think we have a great position here in Oklahoma City. And that was a neat event. I actually, of all things, ran into the Thunder. They were also at the White House.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
They were also at the White House on Tuesday. So Lindy Waters came with us to the event in the East Room. I had my son. It was a fun night, and it was great for them. It was the very first recognition of Native American Heritage Month in the history of the White House, they believe, so it was a great deal.
And what a memory for you and your son, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. His first time to the White House, and his first suit. He looked great.
Okay.
Very cool. Hey, this is a big week for our neighbors across the street, Prairie Surf Media and Studios. They helped big time with Tulsa King. It's now streaming. It was filmed all over Oklahoma City and Tulsa. Kind of talk about how big this is for the film and TV industry. It is blossoming here.
Yeah, well, you know, we had this hope and dream just 3 years ago that we could establish ourselves as a major hub for filming, and Prairie Surf obviously you know, presented this option to the producers of Tulsa King that they took, and they set up shop here for 6 months. You know, the production offices were in Prairie Surf, what people may know as the Cox Center or the Myriad, but now it's Prairie Surf Media. You know, the cast and the crew, they lived here for 6 months, and virtually all of the interior shots are actually inside of Prairie Surf Media. So you're going to see Sylvester Stallone appearing to stay in the presidential suite at the Mayo. That was actually in,
he's across the street.
That was in downtown Oklahoma City. They built that. They built a brownstone in New York. They built a bar. They built everything. I got to see all the sets. And then, you know, they went all over Oklahoma City and shot those scenes. So again, it's like, it's set in Tulsa, but you're going to see the Devon Tower in the background.
Very cool.
Exciting time in downtown for Christmas getting ready. Mayor, thanks for joining us this morning. We really appreciate
you're lighting
coming in.
the Christmas tree tonight
Yes,
in Bricktown.
yes, tonight at 5 in Bricktown, our official tree lighting. The idea that Christmas waits for Thanksgiving is dead and buried at this point.
Out the door.
Thanks again, David. We appreciate it very much.
Welcome
Thanks for
to
joining
downtown.
us. Hey, good to be here. Let's get over to meteorologist Hannah Scholl. She's watching traffic. Hey, Hannah.
Hey guys, very excited about Christmas over here. This is a live look at I-40 right near Midwest Boulevard in Midwest City. Everything moving fine. We do have Tinker traffic, of course, ongoing over there, but nothing really that you're not used to if you head that direction at this point in the morning. Anyway, let's take a look now at the map. Here we are. There was an accident reported that away. Now that has cleared, so you're good to go there. A lot of green as you head out the door. So we have had quite a few accidents reported. They've all cleared fairly fairly in a timely manner. So that is a good thing for those of you heading out the door right now. No accidents to worry about. A lot of green as you head out the door. You got the green light coming in from Edmond, 7 minutes there. 13 minutes in from Norman, and then 7 from Yukon into Oklahoma City. You have, don't go anywhere. We got more news and weather for you coming up right after this. Stay with us.
Welcome back, 626. Here's your outdoor forecast. Today, sunshine, a south breeze. Temps have a chance to make it into the 50s, but the cold front crashes in this evening, arrives in central Oklahoma between about 6 and 7 o'clock, and that's when the north winds take hold. Tomorrow, temps only in the 30s, and that north wind will make it feel like the single digits and teens. May have a little light snow. Saturday, the Orange Army out in full force. That is the opening of deer gun season. Temps in the 20s, 40s for highs with a west wind. It'll be a light northwest wind in the afternoon. Best of luck. We'll have the very latest on the timing of that front and headlines right after this.